Have you ever tried getting that perfect close-up photo of a flower petal or an insect, only to find your phone just can't focus well enough? Well, that's about to change, at least if you're planning to upgrade to the Google Pixel 10. A new report says Google is doing something clever with the cameras this year. Instead of relying only on one sensor, like most phones do, the Pixel 10 will use both the ultrawide and the telephoto sensors to take macro photos, and if you love detail, this should definitely get your attention. Currently, Pixel phones that support macro shots just use the ultrawide camera. It works okay, but it forces you to get very close to whatever you're trying to shoot, and that's not always easy or practical, especially if the subject is moving, like a bug. What Google is planning to do now is let the Pixel 10 use its 5x telephoto sensor for macro photography too. That means you can be a bit farther from the subject and still capture a detailed close-up. The phone will automatically decide whether to use the telephoto or ultrawide sensor based on how close you are to the subject. If you're at a certain distance, it'll start with the telephoto sensor, but as you move in closer and the focus begins to slip, it switches over to the ultrawide sensor, which can focus better at shorter distances. This makes the macro photography experience smoother and more useful, especially for people who don't want to mess with camera settings. The approach of using a telephoto lens for macro is called tele-macro. It's not totally new. Samsung actually tested this in 2022 with the Galaxy Z Fold 4. However, they didn't continue it with the Galaxy Z Fold 5. Other brands like OnePlus and Oppo have used this method too, but most didn't talk about it much. What's exciting about Google's implementation is that they're not just using the telephoto or the ultrawide, they're using both together, depending on what's needed in the moment. Another nice side effect of using the telephoto lens is the natural background blur you get in the image. This is also known as a bokeh effect. It helps your subject really stand out by softly blurring everything behind it, and it can make your macro shots look more professional. And it's not just the camera setup that's getting smarter. The Pixel 10 is also bringing in the brand new Tensor G5 chip. This chip is designed by Google itself from scratch, and for the first time, it's being built using a 3nm process by TSMC rather than Samsung Foundry. With this change, Google is expected to get better battery efficiency, faster processing, and more advanced features tied directly to AI and camera improvements. The launch date is rumored to be August 20th, with phones becoming available by August 28, so we're just weeks away from seeing how this all plays out in real life. And while we don't yet know everything, it's already clear that Google is putting real thought into making the camera smarter, not just adding more megapixels. If you've always wanted to try macro photography but didn't want to deal with fancy cameras or clip-on lenses, the Pixel 10 could be your way in. Whether you love taking close-ups of nature or just want a phone that captures tiny details better, this is definitely something to look forward to. So are you excited about this change in the Pixel 10's camera system? Let us know what kind of photos you'd take with it. And if you found this breakdown useful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss future updates. Thanks for watching, *.
Can one phone camera handle both bright sunlight and deep shadows at the same time? Most smartphones still struggle with this. You either lose the details in the dark areas or overexpose the bright parts. But Huawei thinks it has solved this problem with the new Pura 80 series. Ahead of its official release, Huawei just shared a short teaser, only 39 seconds, and it's already creating a buzz. This teaser focuses on what could be the phone's biggest strength, the camera. Let's break down what it actually shows, in simple words. First up, the main camera. According to Huawei, this sensor can capture a huge range of colors, even the very fine shades that usually go unnoticed. Whether it's a bright red flower under the sun or a shadowy street at night, the camera adjusts everything automatically to give you a clean and clear shot with true colors. But it's not just about still photos. This teaser also shows how the Huawei Pura 80 handles video recording, and it's impressive. The camera seems to switch smoothly between light and dark without losing clarity. For example, when the video moves from a bright outdoor scene into a dark indoor room, the detail in the darker part stays sharp. You don't get that usual grainy or washed out look. Huawei calls this vivid video recording. What that means is more color, more sharpness, and more depth in every frame. The phone appears to boost things like color saturation and contrast in real time without making it look unnatural. It's like night mode is baked right into the video system, but it doesn't wait for you to activate it, and there's more. The teaser hints that the Pura 80 can capture images with high contrast. Let's say you're shooting during sunset. The sky is bright, but the ground is dark. Usually, phone cameras pick one and mess up the other. But Huawei says this camera can bring out the details in both the sky and the shadows, all in one frame. Earlier leaks suggested that this phone would have major improvements in video quality, and now this teaser is adding more weight to those claims. While the exact camera specs, like how many megapixels or the sensor size, haven't been shared yet, the improvements seem to come from both hardware and smart image processing. The teaser also includes a line that says, "Between light and darkness, the show begins." That's Huawei's way of telling us this phone doesn't care what lighting conditions you're in. It'll still give you a great photo or video. Huawei hasn't gone into full detail about things like frame rate, aperture, or zoom, but based on what we saw in this teaser, the Pura 80 series is shaping up to be a strong option for people who care about mobile photography and video content. And let's not forget, the full launch is happening today, June 11th. So we're just hours away from finding out what the full package looks like, including battery capacity in milliampere hour, charging speed in watt, display refresh rate in hertz, and of course, detailed camera numbers in megapixels. Huawei clearly wants to stand out with the Pura 80 series, and from what we've seen so far, it might just succeed. So, what feature matters most to you in a smartphone camera? Low light photos, smooth video, or great color accuracy? Tell us in the comments, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you want more tech updates made simple. Thanks for watching. Why isn't Apple calling the next iPhone the iPhone 26? It might sound strange, but that question actually makes a lot of sense right now, because Apple is changing the names of its operating systems, and many people thought the iPhone would follow the same idea. So, here's what's really going on. Apple is planning to rebrand iOS, macOS, iPadOS, and visionOS starting this year. At the upcoming Worldwide Developers Conference 2025 event in June, the company is expected to announce that all its operating systems will now match the number of the coming year. That means the next iOS update won't be called iOS 18. It'll likely be named iOS 26 since it's being released for the year 2026. It's kind of like how car companies name their models. For example, a car launched in 2025 often gets a 2026 badge. So naturally, people started asking, will Apple also change the name of the iPhone 17 to match this new system?